So someone once said, a place for everything, and everything has its place. And Sabre, well, they understand that perfectly. But it's not just about storage, it's going to be about aesthetics and comfort as well. And the 37FLH actually does a good job at all of it. So let's kind of break it down room by room, starting with the living space. This is a front living, hence the FL in the title. And like most front livings, it does a really good job of feeling very residential here in this main living area. You have dual opposing sofas. Both of these are trifold and they both will fold out at the same time. So you can sleep 4 people up here, which is pretty incredible for what's normally considered a couple's model. You have theater seating right over to the side, which is going to be the prime seat in the house. And it does have some power functions. You can see it lights up if you're into the blue light look. It also has a massage feature and heat so that you can really kick back and relax. And of course, as you'd expect, these are wall huggers. Both of these do kick up. And then straight across is going to be the entertainment center. You have a nice big TV flanked by storage on the sides as well as down below. And you can see that it is very usable storage, which I rather enjoy. And then of course, fireplace in the center, which not is just for ambiance, even though it definitely is a nice look. But more importantly than that, it will be a space heater to help kick out a little bit of heat for you. You'll also see throughout we have inverted outlets, or rather they are prepped for an inverter. So if you choose to have one installed, your outlets are already wired for it, which will save you a ton of money. So if the living area is the peanut butter, then the kitchen is going to be the jelly, right? They just go together so incredibly well, and I think they did a fantastic job here in the kitchen too. Not only do we have the shoe storage that I showed you, which I absolutely love because you come in, you have a spot to set your dirty shoes. Huge fan of that. But on top of that, the kitchen itself just has a lot of countertop space and is super functional, especially thanks to the large kitchen island they have in here. You have plenty of prep space on both ends, solid surface countertops throughout the entire kitchen. You of course undermounted bowl. It is an apron front, kind of like almost a gunmetal look to it, which I like. And amazing storage throughout, including a pull-out trash can right here. Now over to this side, you can see you have kind of like an auxiliary counter space. Whether you want that for a coffee maker, charging station, or just want to put some decorations there, you can do so, and storage all the way around that too. The main control panel will be located right up here. On top of that, a large functional pantry. Again, they want to make sure you have plenty of storage for everything you need, and this does a great job at that. The refrigerator, open this one up, you can see has plenty of cold storage here as well. 2 crisper drawers on the bottom, plus, oh, I think we have this locked. Let me undo the travel lock. There we go. Plus you have freezer space right down below. And this one is going to be locked as well. There we go. Not 1, but 2 additional freezers. Moving in a little bit further, we can see the convection microwave oven, which actually has air fry capability, which is pretty cool. Then if we drop down, we have the large 3-burner cooktop with the big oven. Plenty of storage, and just in case that pantry wasn't enough, you have a second pantry right here. You saw the motion sensor light as soon as we pop that open. Also, I like the fact that the shelves aren't brought all the way forward. So if you have like a Swiffer or something you want to bring with you, or just a regular old broom, you have a spot in which you can put it. The other thing I really like about this one, and this is going to possibly make it or break it for a lot of people, I love it because people don't have to go through your bedroom to get to the bathroom. A lot of times in front living, the bathroom is set kind of over to a side aisle or all the way to the back. Because this one is beyond the bedroom, they wanted to give you a half bath for guests. And I think this was a great option. Now, you know, it is a little tight in here, but again, just to do your business and head back out. And then you can also see countertop storage space down below, plus mirrored medicine cabinet up top there. And of course, the vent fan all the way up in the ceiling, which is going to be there for quite obvious reasons. The other thing I do want to point out is that this one has opposing slides, which you have to in order to have the kitchen island. So what's in the other slide? Well, you're going to want a place to eat. And so you can see right here, you have a table for 4. Now, it doesn't do anything special. It doesn't slide out or anything like that. But you know what I like about it? it's solid. It doesn't move. You have something here, you put a little weight on it, you don't have to worry about it tipping. I actually enjoy the design of this table here. Windows all the way around too, so if you have a nice view out this side, you can enjoy it. Plus you can see the zebra shades, which work pretty well. Again, this is gonna be something that is polarizing for a lot of people. You know, some people love it, some people hate it. Let me know your take on it. But essentially you can move these like so to be able to adjust how much light comes in. If you do it really fast, yeah, not my favorite look in the world, but they are going to be pretty easy to use and pretty functional. Before we head into the bedroom, I do want to point out this little additional storage area you have in the corner. Again, great use of space, and you have a 120 outlet plus both USB-A and C outlets, so you can use it as a hidden charging station. Then when we come into the bedroom, again, I mean, this floor plan, just room after room after room, just knocks it out of the park. You have a slide out king bed right here, shelves up in the corner, you can see the big window, storage up above that. Again, an inverted receptacle, so if you do get that inverter, you have that by the bedside. You will also see what would be a dresser, but no drawers. Why? Well, there's an outside kitchen in this one. We'll take a look at that when we go outside in just a bit. But it does not lack on storage at all. You can see you have wardrobes actually on both sides here, plus you have the drawers on one side and additional storage space on the other. Also, if you want TV, there's a spot for it right here where you can mount that. Hookups will be up on the ceiling, and your second AC will be here in the bedroom as well. And you may have caught a glimpse when we were in the bedroom. The master bath here is no slouch either. Starting off right behind me, you have dual vanities, which is fantastic in any bath setup, especially when it's for a couple. Dual mirrored medicine cabinets up top, plus a bunch of storage behind me. I think they did a really good job here. They brought the toilet out a little bit because of the space, and they backfilled it with this additional storage, plus gave you another mirrored medicine cabinet up top. And I really like this addition. Sometimes it's the subtle things. You have nice open shelving here, so if you have like some greenery, you know, some like hanging vines or I don't know, whatever else succulents that you want to put in here, you can do that. And the addition of a window. Not only does this let in a ton of light, but I just like a window in the bathroom, and I think that is a great addition. Also, over on the other side, do you know what that says? It says washer and dryer prep. Yep, that's right. Plan on spending a lot of time in here, you can, because you can have your own washer dryer. You can wash your own clothes. These are nice and easy to remove. Both these shelves just pull out. So if you want hanging wardrobe storage, you can have that. If you want two shelves, you're good to go. Or if you want to take it all out and have washer dryer, you can do that too. Now this one, you're probably going to need a step stool to access, but holy smokes, is that huge additional storage right up there. So if you have some things you don't need very often, or maybe like some additional bedding for guests, boom, great spot for it. Then we step into the shower. I mean, you know, again, no issues whatsoever with height. Huge skylight here lets in so much natural light. I can turn sideways, no problem, and you can see the seat right there in the back. It is a two-piece, while, you know, I would have preferred a one-piece. Again, I don't think that's a deal breaker for anyone, including myself. And just overall, I think this bathroom it's just good. So let's take a look at the outside of the Sabre 37FLH. Nice, beautiful front cap on there. Diving down underneath, we can see, if we open this up, like so. Spare tires tucked away in there. You will also see over to the side that you have your solar panel controller. This one does come with a 100-watt solar panel up top. You'll also see your battery disconnect switch there, so you can kill power to the batteries. Another thing I do like about this one is the fact you have auto level. Super easy to set up. Touch a button, it does the rest for you. Again, big fan of that. Now as we come around to the side, this one, like most front living, will have the issue that most front living have, which is you just don't get as much garage space. And we see that in this layout as well. It's still going to be pretty good, but you know, compared to a lot of fifth wheels this size, again, it's just not going to be quite as much as a lot of times you will see in other floor plans. The slide out controls for up above are going to be right here. So if you need to access that, if you have any slide out issues, it is nice and easily accessible. I do like that. Anytime a manufacturer thinks about, you know, maintenance or troubleshooting down the road, I definitely, you know, kind of give a tip of the hat to them and thank them for that. You also see the leash latch right here. So if you have, you know, a dog that's coming with you, you have a spot you can tie them up. So if you're on a cement pad like this, it's still nice and easy. Getting into the RV is going to be super simple thanks to the MORryde solid steps. Just as the name implies, they are very solid. You can see aluminum treads on there, plus the foldable grab handle, just so it's easier to get in and out of the RV. The only time these are ever a downside, in my opinion, is if you have a deck at your campsite or like a porch or patio, because these don't fold up, so you have to remove these in order to pull it up to that. Other than that, these are going to be better than foldable steps in just about every situation. You will also see the tempered glass door. Sabre is a Cherokee company. They were the first ones to use them, and they continue to use them. They look great. I like them for a number of reasons. One, the biggest one's going to be aesthetically, but also you can see that has a window in there, and you can't really tell normally when it's shut a little bit because the light's inside, but you know, at a quick glance, it's pretty tough to see. I kind of enjoy that tint and that privacy. It also is going to be what they call thin shade ready, which is basically a shade there. So if you want that for privacy at night, you can have that added. You can see this one does have vacuum bonded sidewall and slide construction, so nice solid slides on here. And then as we make our way back a little bit further, they have these little guys, nothing too crazy, but it is just a quick glance to make sure your tire pressure is where it's supposed to be. If it's red, you need to add air. And again, it's just one of those small pieces of mind, you know, as you're doing your pre-checklist, you can just take a glance, make sure you're good to go. The outside kitchen, if you're taller than 6 foot, don't hit your head on it. I can just clear it, but you want to make sure you're not banging your head on there. But I really do enjoy the outside kitchen setup here. My biggest thing is the fact they have a larger refrigerator. A lot of times they just give you the half size guy. Not at all the case here. You can fit plenty of beverages, condiments, whatever else you want in here. Some additional storage up top, a little bit of countertop space plus the sink. And over to the side, you even have the prep for the Lippert Bluetooth speaker. So if you want that, you can just put it in right here, and it's kind of like a little charging port for it. And you're thinking, well, Ian, it's not a kitchen, I can't cook. Not true. Right down underneath is going to be that propane quick connect. So if you have like a Blackstone or something, you want to hook up to that, you can do so and you will be good to go. Coming around to the back side, right down underneath, you will see this one has an accessory hitch receiver. So if you have a bike rack you want to bring with you, you can throw that bad boy right in there. You will also see up top the backup camera, plus this one has the ladder prep. So you can buy the Lippert telescoping ladder, basically goes in there so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof. It's always a good idea to get up there, you know, once or twice for maintenance, and so that allows the ability to do it. And that, again, that ladder will shrink up so you can carry it with you. 50 amp supply on this one because, again, we did have the 2 ACs in there plus the fireplace. So coming around to the off-camp side here, a few things that I do want to point out. One of them is going to be the fact this one has a tankless water heater on there, so that nice big shower we saw earlier, you can essentially have near limitless hot water. You also see your convenience station right over to the side, and this is going to be kind of secured by itself here so that you don't have any kind of water leak. So, you know, if you're using the hose or there's a small leak, something like that, you also see the drain right there so it can drain out the bottom. But all of your water connections will be located right in here. Also, you can see the easy winterize system so that you can winterize this one and be able to bypass the water heater. That leveling control will be located right there, so you can see that. And I also want to touch on your propane tanks. Even though I love pretty much everything about this one, if I did have one complaint, this would probably be it right here. The fact that you get 2 20-pound bottles on a big rig like this, when realistically, you're gonna want 2 30s. You can upgrade those, of course, but it's probably something I'd do sooner rather than later. The 37FLH has tons of storage and great amenities, but what if you just need a little more sleeping space? Let's say a loft? Yeah, I got you covered. Check this next one out.